What's up guys, Ronnie here and welcome. And today I want to showcase you something that I believe it's not okay. It's simply not okay. And it has to change because yeah, we'll have a look at it. So if we go, I think it was against Sense. No, it wasn't this one. It was this one. Yeah. So this is what I want to showcase you guys for not being okay, right? Quote unquote. This is the game that I want to show you guys, and if you look at the draft, a little bit of I'll give you a little bit of insight between the drafts, and then we go into the game, see how it plays out, and yeah, it's just not okay. So first up, I first pick Lilium, because I know he's a control cleave kind of player, he likes to do that, or at least that's my memory of him, and he already banned the Doki Doki, and if he bans the Doki Doki, and then goes Ling Luo plus Lilium 1-2, I don't have any anti-CC units left, other than my Sanya that is on resist and hope that she survives. So I go with the Lilium, and he goes Lily plus Ling Luo, so he's setting up for some control himself as well, right? Because control cleave type stuff, because then he is able to do a lot of work. And then I'm like, no, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not gonna let myself get controlled like that. I go Yelly plus Tsukiyomi. I contest the cleaver with cleave. And then he pivots into the Tiamat plus Sonya. A beautiful pivot if you think about it. Because at this point, these three are never gonna win against these four. Never. And then I draft the Casio plus a healer, so I survive. Simply put. Casio plus a healer, so I can stall and survive for a bit. And then I'm in a decent spot. And then he goes last pick Mio, because he has her on Alicorn and he wants to CC me afterwards, after my CC. It's a good idea, right? But the problem here, you will have to see. In theory, you might think I'm cooked, right? I have a control unit against double cleansers, more or less. Probably both of them are on effres. And I don't have the healing, I don't have the tankiness of him. But yeah, let's go into the replay and then let me explain my position here and why this needs to change. Version mismatch. Okay, let me... I have the game... I played this game on stream, actually. So let me follow the stream, guys. Twitch link is in the description, thinking about it. Alright, so here we have the game. And while I let the game run in the background, I will also go into why this game specifically is just part of a broader problem, not just a CAS problem. And I'll also go into how other games handle CC to potentially have a more healthy balance in that regard. As it's clear to me and most other high rank players that something is off on the CC department, as it has been the most brought up concern within the top 25 players in the feedback forum. It has been the CC, even more than the healers and the slow games, and that says a lot about the CCs, of course. So let me just start off this game. You will see how it will unfold while I go talk about how CC is a bit of an issue here, isn't it? So first up, let me go into the broader problem, and that is how CC is handled in this game compared to other games. First up, usually in games you have hard control CC, like stuns, freezes, sleeps, and so forth, never on 100% hit chance. At least that's how it is in E7. Let me know how it is in Summoner's War. Of course, Summoner's War have been out for long. Maybe they have some broken units. But you don't have 100% hit chance. And you have innate resist. And on top of that, when you have a cleanser, that cleanser will be able to go and cleanse. But here, everything's different. Everything's different. Because first up, you're able to double the hit chance and guarantee that you're gonna CC your opponent, right? And on top of that, the effres specifically is also not as strong as in other games, as you can only halve the enemy's hit chance when they get CC'd, when you get CC'd. So basically, let's say an Obel has 0 effectiveness and you have 5,000 effres, he still has a 40% chance to control your cleanser. Think about that. You almost have a 40% chance. And to have a gamble like that is just not healthy for the game, right? Because it should not be a thing where you're able to just force control units into your opponent's draft when your opponent is running multiple cleansers and get away with it. That's just not how drafting should work. But at the current state of the game, that's exactly how it does work. As the issue here is not only do we have a few issues with the cleansers, right? Let's say here with the Cas we have the issue, for example, let's first go into the Cas and then full control. Here with the Cas we have the issue that Cas can sleep for 2 turns and she can dual attack. In E7, by the way, no unit that has a sleep on her and their S1 can dual attack with Lily, for example. That's just disabled basically to balance that out a little bit. But here she can dual attack and sleep for 2 turns. Then on top of that, her sleep is guaranteed. It's basically just guaranteed. If you have enough F, you have multiple hits to apply the sleep, you're just gonna hit it. You're just gonna hit it, and if you don't hit it once, you still have another turn, right? That's one issue. And the cleanser can only do so little, right? And then on top of that, if you have, for example, a full control team, right? Maybe it's just a Cas problem. No, it's not. Because if you have a full control team, the issue is that if someone plays full control, they're going to ban either a Lilium or Doki Doki. Either of them is going to get banned. Now, if the Lilium is banned, right? As you can see there, I just win because he just didn't get to play the game, even though he had double cleanser, by the way. I mean, that's just wrong, isn't it? But the issue is there. If let's say the Lilium is banned, the only unit that somewhat has a chance to stop you from being controlled is Doki Doki then. Because the Linglo is not going to stop it. Let me tell you that much already. Linglo is not going to stop it. But even with the Doki Doki, let's say you have full effres Doki Doki with Alicorn, and on top of the Alicorn you have a immunity. There's still a great chance that your Doki Doki will be CC'd through all of that. Because they just stack debuffs on top of each other. And even if she's able to cleanse herself and be able to resist because you get lucky, you know. First up, you have to get lucky that you resist, and you're able to pop your Doki Doki. There's still a good chance that you're still gonna lose, because if they just stack a bunch of debuffers and you're able to cleanse a few debuffs your Doki Doki, it doesn't really matter a lot when the Doki Doki cleanses 3 debuffs and your units have like 5 debuffs on top of themselves, right? It's just not working like that. You can't really cleanse them. And let's not talk about the Linglo. She's never going to cleanse against the Heiner, for example, or against multiple debuffs there. It's just not going to happen. The only way you can really stop it is by having ton of effres and then you gamble on winning the game, which is still not a thing, right? Gambling to win the game, it's not a thing. Or you try to outspeed your opponent, which is not gonna work most of the time, as cleavers and control players usually have more speed than you. And I could go more in depth about the different draft mechanics and everything, and how the drafts work and everything. But the bottom line is, control is out of control. You saw it in this game right now. And you can see it even in other games, where when you, for example, play against a control player, I had this happen previously to me as well. When you play against a control player, and you draft multiple cleansers, and you still lose, then there's just something wrong. I don't think control is something that can be forced, and I also don't think it should be possible for your opponent to perma-stun the entire team. That's unheard of. That's not a thing in any other game that I know, that I'm aware of. And it's just not healthy for game balance. As we're at a point where, for example, when I match into Dio, I just text in Discord, or he texts me in Discord, no Cas, right? We have a no Cas agreement. That's how far we are at already. And this has to stop. Something needs to change. We need proper cleansers. We need proper effres adjustments or accuracy adjustments. That accuracy can't just have you have 100% hit chance on multi-hits basically, and just guaranteeing you a full control on the enemy team. And that's just not how it should be. I think hard control abilities should not have 100% chance of full controlling the entire team, first and foremost. Second of it, cleansers should be able to cleanse these debuffs and not be controlled from these F accuracy units. And the effres should actually have a some value, because if you build full effres and you still have a 40% chance to get CC'd, what's the point, right? Something needs to change. I hope something changes. That's just an input from my side. I wish you all a blessed day. I'm Ronnie. Stay tuned for more, and I'm out. Peace!